Donna Rosa woke up at 5 in the morning, just as she had for 30 years. Her arthritic fingers ached as she gripped the scissors to cut the day's first blossoms. White roses, lilies, chrysanthemums, each one chosen with the tenderness of someone who understood that flowers carry messages words cannot express. At 82, she knew every corner of the city. She knew where weddings were happening even before the couples decided on a venue. Her small, faded blue wooden cart was a familiar sight outside churches and reception halls. On that particular Saturday in March, a grand wedding was taking place at Sunflower Mansion, the city's most luxurious venue. Donna Rosa arrived early, as always, positioning her cart discreetly near the main gate. Guests pulled up in imported cars, dressed in outfits that cost more than her entire house. "Flowers for the happy couple," she offered with her sweet voice, even though she knew few of those guests would be interested in her simple blooms when elaborate arrangements decorated the entire place. That's when she saw a young man in a tuxedo approaching.
Tall, dark hair, kind eyes.
He stopped in front of her cart and smiled.
Donna Rosa.
She looked up, confused. Few people knew her name. "Yes, dear. Would you like some flowers?" The young man looked at her for a long moment, his eyes welling up. "Don't you recognize me, Grandma?" The world stopped. Donna Rosa dropped the flower she was holding. That voice, those eyes, they were the same as her grandson, Gabriel, who had left to study abroad 15 years ago. The boy who used to help her water the flowers in the backyard.
The boy who promised to come back rich and give her a better life.
"Gabriel," she whispered, her hands trembling. "It's me, Grandma. I'm back." Tears rolled down her wrinkled face.
15 years.
15 years without a visit, only sporadic letters in the early years, then complete silence. She had assumed he had forgotten the old grandmother who raised him after his parents died in the accident. But you're dressed like... She looked at his elegant tuxedo, confused.
Like the Groom.
Gabriel smiled, wiping away his own tears. "Because I am the groom, Grandma, and I can't get married without the blessing of the most important woman in my life." Donna Rosa looked around, seeing for the first time where she truly was. The mansion, the luxurious cars, the elegant guests. Her grandson had become everything he promised, but she was still there, selling flowers on the street, unaware that the owner of all that wealth was the boy she had raised. "Why did you never look for me?" she asked, the pain evident in her voice. Gabriel lowered his head, ashamed. "Because I'm an idiot, Grandma. When I started making money, I wanted to make sure I could give you everything. I bought a beautiful house, planned a perfect life for both of us. But the more time passed, the harder it became to show up. I was afraid you'd hate me for being away so long."
"He could never hate you, my boy."
Gabriel took her hands in his. "I know where you live, Grandma. I know you still sell flowers every day. I know you have trouble affording your medicine. I know everything, and it kills me inside every single day."
"You knew he'd be here today."
"I hoped. I prayed you would be. Because I can't start my new life without fixing the biggest mistake I've ever made." Donna Rosa looked at the grandson who had become a man. Even with all the hurt from the lost years, her heart filled with pride. "Does your fiancé know about me?"
"Isabella knows everything."
"She insisted that I come find you. She said that a man who abandons those he loves most doesn't deserve to be loved." At that moment, a beautiful young woman in a wedding dress approached. Her face was anxious, but kind.
"Donna Rosa,"
Isabella said, extending her hand.
"I'm Isabella."
"Gabriel has told me so much about you." Donna Rosa looked at the young woman, seeing sincerity in her eyes. "You don't need to do this out of pity for me." "It's not pity, Grandma," Gabriel said firmly. "It's love. It's family. It's everything I should have remembered all these years." Isabella smiled and picked a few flowers from the cart. "Donna Rosa, I would really love for you to bless our wedding. And afterwards, if you'd like, there's a reserved spot for you at the head table. Gabriel doesn't want to get married without his grandmother by his side." Donna Rosa looked at the flowers in her hands, then at her grandson whom she had lost and found again, then at her daughter-in-law who welcomed her with genuine affection. "But I'm not dressed for a wedding like this."
You're perfect, Grandma.
You've always been perfect. Gabriel hugged his grandmother, and for the first time in 15 years, Donna Rosa felt she was truly home. The mansion, the cars, or the wealth didn't matter. What mattered was that her family had reconnected. As they walked together toward the ceremony, Donna Rosa whispered, "Are sunflowers still your favorite flowers?" Gabriel smiled, pointing to the enormous yellow decorations adorning the entire venue. "Always were, Grandma. Always were." And so, surrounded by sunflowers and newfound love, Donna Rosa watched her grandson get married, knowing that some flowers truly carry the most important messages of all: forgiveness, love, and the promise that true family always finds its way back home.